Oh,
We
wow.
don't have
Okay.
we don't have anyone here who has traveled there.
Okay.
So in terms of shipping for goods, I want you to be as clear as possible because we don't know how many route flights are to China.
Okay.
We don't know. I mean, like you're teaching a child, I would say, because
Mm.
we have no prior experience. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I guess I'll allow you to introduce yourself and yeah, start off, kick this off.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nwajira Edwin Mark, and I work for a company called Enjosh by China to Uganda. Basically, what we deal in, we are a shipping company, a sourcing company from China up to Uganda. So basically what we do, we help connect the gap between the person in Uganda and the Chinese supplier in China. If you want anything from China to Uganda, that is where we come in. That is where our niche is. So we don't only ship, but we help you, first of all, identify the right product. We look at product quality, finding the right suppliers that you will need for your business, um, and basically all the other processes left like payments, online payments, shipping, clearing taxes up to your doorstep. So we do both sea shipping and air cargo. So for small packages, like maybe if you want a phone, that is air cargo. And if you want like an ice cream machine, for example, a washing machine, a refrigerator, that is for sea cargo. Okay, so we handle both sides, and we don't have limits on how many pieces or how many kilograms of items you can ship. We allow as low as half a kilogram. So just imagine if someone wants just this calculator, just one piece, this is where we come in. So unlike most shipping and sourcing companies where they have restrictions, at Anjosh, we don't limit you in any way. So we allow the smallest quantities. And we have our offices in town, Kampala, Uganda. That's at Universal House, Luwum Street, shop G14. Yes, and that's the same building where we have our store or warehouse, mini warehouse. We are growing. We have been fully registered in Uganda since 2008. Yeah, we have been in business. We do shipping, and we thank God for quite a number of milestones that we have achieved as a company in terms of business growth. We run 2 WhatsApp groups. Each group is over 1,000 people, and that's where our concentration is. And we invite you to join the space and see what is up there. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nwagira. So, question: what are the current trade opportunities China and Uganda that we must take advantage of?
The current trade opportunities, basically, I always tell people that look around where you are. Look around where you are. If you find anything just next to you and you ever think of sourcing for it or buying it from China, this is where we come in. So there is no limit on the trade opportunities between China and Uganda. We have quite a number of items or opportunities. Any item you think of will basically find it in China. Even those who are buying from Dubai, we are in the market with the Arabs in China. So it's the same thing. They all come from China simply because China has a low cost of production. For those of you who are Apple lovers, iPhones, you know that all Apple phones come from China. They are made in China, taken to USA for launching, and spread over the world. So yes, there is no limit on trade opportunities, just to answer you.
Awesome, awesome. And are there any particular product, any popular products that people source from China to the Ugandan market? What are some of the most popular products that people source?
Just like I mentioned earlier, there is no specific item that is popular. Just know everything you find in the market comes from China. So it is an open space. There are so many items, from clothes to electronics, anything you mention of machinery. Right now, machinery, if you ever, the government of Uganda is trying to promote small scale industries where they encourage people to buy machines, and all these machines are coming from China at a low cost. Okay, so there is no specific item that we say this specific item is most shipped. All items basically come from China. At least I can comfortably say that.
Construction. I think what I wanted to find out, Mr. Nwagyu, and I like that you talk about machinery, is that there are those products that you would rather ship from China than buy from here.
Yeah.
You understand?
Sure.
So, okay, yeah, obviously there's a low cost in terms of, I don't know if there's a low cost in terms of buying from here, but there are certain products that you'll be like, no, it would be a mistake to buy it in Uganda. So I think that it's that clarity that I was looking for. I don't know if there's anything you can add on.
Yeah, just to add on that, moderator, I prefer you call me Mark, because Nwajira might seem so difficult for you to mention. But yeah, just to answer you, items that you would rather source from Uganda and not China are basically items that are locally manufactured here. For example, I'll give you an example of furniture. We have these guys in Zambia who do an awesome job in furniture, and that is what the government is emphasizing, that let's support home scale industries. And but some people go ahead and source those items from China, and this is why. When you buy a sofa set from Zambia, it is good. The quality is it is good depending on who makes it for you. But the best quality, especially the materials that are used, is imported. Okay, so sometimes if a person would want like a sofa, I would really advise, if you can find someone who can do it here well, it's better you buy it here. Because even when you import furniture, there is a huge tax implication in terms of taxes that you'll have to pay. Okay, so I always advise people, if you really want it shipped, you must be ready to pay the taxes. The taxes are a bit high. I'll give you an example that most items pay an import duty of 25%. But when it comes to furniture, it is 35% import duty. And of course, there is a surcharge to that. But the reason the government does that is to discourage us from importing items that are locally manufactured here. I'll give you another example. Why would you want to import soap from China? We have Mukwano Industries. It does a good job, and unless there is that specific soap that you really want, how about you import the chemicals that are used in the production and manufacture of soap? Okay, I've seen in your classes there is a soap making workshop at 180,000, which is a good thing, because many people are now doing soap. I'm not so sure if there is any sane business person still importing liquid soap from abroad. You know, there are so many people who are doing very awesome liquid soap here. So those are some of the items that are produced here. I wouldn't recommend you to ship them from China.
Awesome, awesome, Mark. I want to get some reaction from the audience. Chimba Charles.
This is Catherine Chibale. I'm really glad to be part of this.
I got an invitation from a friend. So, and since last year, I have really been trying to look for for suppliers from China. I'm into bridal wear, gowns, gomeses, traditional wear for functions. I first brought in clothes from Dubai, and it was very expensive for me, very expensive.
Yeah.
So someone tried to advise me about China, and she told me, if you can get a supplier from China, the money you have spent in Dubai you will get twice the material from China. So I have been trying to get a supplier from China. My boss last year was introduced to the China market. She has a school and she went there. They are going to start bringing things from China. So I tried to talk to her to see how she can help me get suppliers from there. Now, the numbers she got for me are suppliers, but on Alibaba. Now, the challenge I have, all I got in between, I have another friend who went to China. She's into kitchenware. So it is hard for her. She told me the district for kitchenware, then the district for clothes are far apart. So she tried, I gave her the number my boss got for me, and she really wanted to help me, but I think the numbers, the people that they got for me were not legit. So she wanted me to first hold on to the money as we look for the people that are going to help. Now, my question would be, I really want to get clothes from China in my line that I have explained to you. So do you help source for me the things, or you connect me directly to the people selling, then you help bring in? I think I need clarity there.
Okay. Thank you, Catherine, for your question. Just to put the record straight, you said you mentioned wedding, for example, wedding gowns. Now, where Angels has a niche is we are on ground. We do not source online. I'm not so sure if you've seen the gowns on Alibaba. First of all, you are not sure of the material that is used. But what we do at Angels, we have imported some gowns for so many people. And I think if you are in our business group, you should have seen us the day we go to wedding gown market. So there is a specific wedding gown market for manufacturers that do wedding gowns, party dresses. And how Angels works, me personally, I work in China, 1 month in China, 1 month in Uganda, 1 month in China, 1 month in Uganda, like that. So when I travel, I help people who have confirmed orders. If you have made a deposit, for example, of let's say 2 million, then I know you are serious. I will get a day, go to the wedding gowns market and share with you real-time videos, like live feed, the way you're seeing it. I will do the tests for you to make sure what we are buying, we are very sure of it. However, some items would need some people to travel. And if you have the affordability, for example, if you're looking at injecting in wedding gowns 100 million, why wouldn't you travel? I take you to that market, you touch, you test the quality, because I'm not a wedding gowns expert. I'll just show you and you tell me what to look out for. I'll do that for you and make sure you get the right deal, the right prices, and then I will ship that gown for you and I will clear it taxes and deliver it at your doorstep. So that's what we do. I'm not saying Alibaba, the gowns are not good, but you already see the prices are really cheap. Think about it. If you find a gown on Alibaba for $100, what do you expect of the quality? You know, it can't be that cheap and be good. There are no mistakes in business, especially with prices. What you pay for is what you will get. If you think a gown of $100, the ones they hire here for 2 million shillings is what you want to buy, you will buy it on Alibaba, and trust me, when it arrives here, you will probably be disappointed. But not to say that there are no gowns on Alibaba. They are there, but the best buying decision is if someone is there for you on the ground. And this is where Angelsh takes a niche over all our competitors. About kitchenware, yes, all markets in China are far apart of each other. You go to a specific market that is for a specific item. So, for example, I will take you to the hotel, and it's called the Hotel and Beddings Market. Okay, hotel and kitchen. It's hotel and kitchen market. Anything to do with a hotel, from bed sheets to saucepans to plates, cutlery, the machinery, all those items are going to be there. Anything you need in your kitchen, they will be in that market. And in that market, you won't find wedding gowns. So, if I'm to take a train for maybe an hour to get to that market, I can only go to one market per day, because the markets are far apart of each other. So yes, we do that sourcing. Of course, it comes at a cost, because guys, I have to, to buy an air ticket, get a visa, and go there. I stay in a hotel. So we have a charge to that effect. If you come to our inboxes, we shall discuss. And once you pay our fees, we shall dedicate a day for you. And that will be everything you want in that market. We buy it, we ship it until your doorstep. Thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry, Grace. Before I forget, my other question would be, if I am interested and I pay that surcharge. Let me say I pay the surcharge this month. You go bring things for me. Then I realize in March I need other things. Do I still pay the surcharge, or it is a one-off?
I didn't understand what you mean by surcharge. Surcharge, I mentioned it when you are shipping by sea, that when you are to pay taxes, there is a surcharge. Surcharge is like an extra cost. It's kind of a penalty for importing something that is already here. But what I think you're asking is our fees, like professional fees for us going to the market to source for you. Every time we go to the market for a specific client, the client has paid us. So depending on the distance between where we stay and where the hotel is, that's how we shall determine how much the charge is. But one thing I can assure you, you'll get value for your money.
First, if I could join the group, because I am interested. I don't have 100 million per se. I am just trying to build the business I have just started. So I am not even thinking about going to China tomorrow.
Okay.
Because the little money I have is to pay someone to help me shipping. But like you have said, the other reason why I later got mixed feelings about the Alibaba, I needed someone to go and look at something and tell me this will do.
Yes.
And me buying something on Alibaba that is cheap, then it gets here, and I'm so disappointed. I have ever bought a phone on Alibaba, and when it reached here, I was so much disappointed. So I don't want to go there. I would prefer if someone is there and they help, so that when even the thing is here, I trust and believe that yes, this is what I wanted. So I would request if I could get how I could join the group, so that we start. Right now I know they are in a holiday, but
yes,
once they are off their holiday, I think I would really want to go into the business.
Okay. Thank you, Catherine. Just like I mentioned, right now China is on holiday. It's the Chinese national holiday. That's the New Year holiday. And they will resume normal business mid-Feb. So right now we can't buy anything. But how to join our group? Just WhatsApp me on 0701 458 000. Just send me a WhatsApp and I'll send you the link to join the group. Thank you. About buying a phone on Alibaba, honestly speaking, yes, that is a wrong move you're pulling. Of course, you'll see the Samsung S24. It's 5 million in Uganda and you find it on Alibaba at $100. What do you expect? Just like I said, you'll get value for what you've paid for. Thank you. Yes, most people face importing from China. Number one is, of course, quality of the items. If you buy an item from Alibaba, you are looking at the picture of the item and not the actual product. So chances are high that if you go for the cheap item, the quality of the item won't be that good. That is one. And then two, of course, some challenges of buying online. There are some fraudsters. I'm sorry to mention, but there are so many West African people who pretend to be Chinese and yet they are not, and they will con you of your money. So it's also a risk that is there. Another challenge is some people buy items and ship with the wrong shipping mode, because if you are buying an item, for example, a sofa, and you want it shipped by air, that is a crazy move. If you came to me, I would advise you we ship it by sea. So knowing the right shipping mode is important. Okay, if you're shipping an item, know how you're going to, if you're buying an item, know how you're going to ship it. If it's a phone, ship it by air. If it's a sofa, ship it by sea. And then some items like, for example, power banks, small as they are not allowed to be shipped by air. So if you have a consignment with 50 power banks, trust me, you will struggle to find an airline that will allow that kind of battery on board. So with us, we shall advise you accordingly on the best shipping mode, depending on the nature of the item you are buying. And then another challenge is high expectations. Some people buy things from Alibaba expecting to get it so cheap and at the same time high quality. Now, I can assure you there is no trader on Alibaba who is insane. They know what they are doing. If you find a Samsung and it's $100, trust me, you will get value for $100. Those are normally clone or zemuita duplicates. Yes, duplicate or copy phones. So you have to be mindful of what you're buying. You also have to put common sense really. If an iPhone 16 costs $1,000 on the Apple Store, that means you won't find it below 4 million. But if you find it on Alibaba for $100 and you buy it, what do you expect? You'll get an iPhone with Android, with Play Store on it. Okay, so you have to also be mindful of that. But the good thing with having a shipping or a sourcing agent is this is where we come in. We advise you accordingly. Because if you buy an item yourself, then my job is to just ship it for you. But if you come to me and say, I want you to source for me this phone and ship it, I will first of all look at the quality of the phone I'm buying, because, hey, I have an image to protect. We've been in business for now 10 years, and I'm glad we haven't had really bad reviews. There would be all over social media. So we are proud that we try to not focus on just getting money out of you, but we also try to protect our image by bringing in high quality items. Those on our groups can testify. Yeah, those are some of the challenges basically. If you have a good clearing agent who is not a con man, they will do a good service for you. I'm not bragging that I'm the only one. There are others out there in the market. but just make sure you trust them, you trust their values, because we have agents in China who cannot come to Uganda. The only thing, they have to stay in China because they have cheated people here. Clients are looking for them. They have court cases, and they are hiding in China. So we work 1 month in Uganda, 1 month in China. So we have an image to protect. You can trust us with your orders, and we shall deliver. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. I think before we go to the benefits, I see some hands raised up.
Yep.
Pius, do you have a question?
I just wanted to ask Mark.
Yes.
What's the difference between AliExpress and Alibaba?
Okay. Okay. Let me answer that. Sorry, Grace. I'm aging, so my memory is not so strong. I will take one question at a time. I don't want to patch up so many. So the difference between Alibaba and AliExpress is AliExpress has like when you buy something on AliExpress, initially the app is supposed to ship that item to you directly in Uganda. Now, if you have checked on AliExpress, when you buy an item, you look at the cost of the item and then you see the cost, the shipping fees, because for them they have a contract with these big shipping lines like DHL, like China Post. So once you buy an I think most of you have seen, you can afford the cost of the item, but when they include the shipping fees, it's crazy. So AliExpress does door to door, like shipping from China direct to you in Uganda. And the challenge is the shipping fees. So while on Alibaba, when you buy an item, they will ask you for your shipping address. And this is where you need a shipping agent like Anjosh, Buy China to Uganda. So when you contact us, we shall give you our shipping address in China. They deliver the items to us, and then we ship them cheaply for you to Uganda. While on AliExpress, it's expensive because they use DHL and the likes. So Alibaba is much better than AliExpress. To me, because of the shipping. Morning.
It's really good. I'm part of the team that is your team actually, your WhatsApp group.
Oh wow.
You're doing an amazing work.
Thank you.
Shipping offering stuff to Uganda and the good customer care.
Thank you.
I'm asking, I want to join, I want to open up an authentic Arabs French perfumes in Uganda. But is there any resourceful shop in China that can buy authentic perfumes at low price, so that when I bring them to Uganda, I really can sell on the market value, and I also get some profit?
Thank you.
It seems I've lots of stuff, but I wasn't so sure about the perfume.
Okay. Thank you, Pius, for your submission, and thank you for the compliment. He's one of us. So I will talk about perfumes. You mentioned the word authentic. Authentic. Authentic means a perfume that is original from the manufacturer or the brand. Now, let's take an example of Hugo Boss. Hugo Boss is a perfume brand that is internationally known. You'll see it in duty free. And depending on the perfume you want, the prices are standard. That a Hugo Boss is $100. That is about 370,000. Okay? Now, if you want authentic, there is no shortcut. You have to buy it from a Hugo Boss shop or outlet. Normally, when I travel, I help people buy those authentic brands, those who want to buy authentic perfumes in the duty free. And of course, I'll show you the receipt. This is it. And I'll charge you maybe 50K for shipping for you, and that's it. But it is not ideal for business, because I'm not so sure if you bought a perfume at $100, that's 370K, and ship it, that's a cost, and pay taxes for it, you will probably need to sell it. It will reach here for about 500,000. Something you bought 370. How much are you going to sell it? Do you have that market? Do you have that clientele who can buy a perfume of 700K? I don't think it's possible. So let's talk about the business. In China, they are suppliers of perfumes, different fragrances. They will try to do a perfume that smells like Hugo Boss, but it won't have a brand. And sometimes they've pulled off some scents that are even better than the international brands we know, because most probably they are also doing them from China. But there are also other perfumes that are copies. They will brand it and pack it like a Hugo Boss. So it will be cheaper, but of course when you spray it, the scent might be a little different, and then it might not last for long. You've used those perfumes, you spray, and then by the time you reach you reach town, it's like you didn't wear perfume. So if it's an authentic perfume, there is no shortcut. You have to buy it from a Hugo Boss store. If you want copies, they are authentic perfumes, but not the brands you know. And then the people have shipped for, there is something called oil perfumes. Oil perfumes, they will get the fragrances you want, vanilla, strawberry, those lavender, those different fragrances. And then in oil, maybe those big bottles, then you can do the mixing yourself. But then another thing to note, perfumes are very difficult to ship. They can only be shipped by sea. Do you know why? They are corrosive, or they could easily explode when subjected to heat. So if you have a box of 100 perfumes, you will struggle to put it on an airline. So we normally recommend sea. If you're doing business, buy on time and calculate your shipping time to make sure you get your package on time. But if it's 1 or 2 pieces, yeah, you can move with it on air. Thank you.
By the time we receive our product, you handle all the taxes, the clearance. You also mentioned the lead times. How would we know the lead times, or do you have a schedule for that you can share with us? And say I wanted, I'm in this forum, but I like this, I like what you're doing. Say I wanted you to ship to me to Kenya. Will that happen? Will you do that for me?
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your questions. Now, about shipping and the shipping timelines. Yes, we clear taxes on your behalf. And that is for air cargo. Air cargo, we automatically clear because we have to deliver the package to you. So by the time you get it, it is cleared for taxes. And depending on the nature of an item, our shipping fees for air cargo is currently $15 per kilogram. So you look at the weight of the package you're buying, or your supplier could tell you what the weight is, and then we charge $15. $15, that includes shipping, handling, taxes, up to your door. Okay, up to our shop in town, guys, not up to your door in Ntinda or something. Up to our shop in town, in the city center. So $15 is about 56,000. That is per kilogram. So when you're buying an item, think about the weight of the item if you're shipping it by air. So then there are specific items that are charged differently. Items with battery, medicines, creams, I mean like lotions, those Vaselines and what, those, then liquids. If an item is in a liquid form, those are charged differently. And though that price, we normally discuss it with you before we ship, but that is a bit higher, okay? It's normally $20 and above. That is for items with batteries. Then for phones, for example, if you want a phone, yesterday I delivered about 4 phones for people. We normally charge you 150,000 per phone from China to Uganda. Then if it's an iPhone, it would be 200 depending on what model it is. But if they are these basic Android phones, it's 150,000. Laptops, $100. That's 370,000. Yeah. And then shipping by sea. Now, by sea, we mean these big, bulky items, maybe 50 kilograms and above, or those items that are big. For example, sofa, a refrigerator, a washing machine. Those ones are shipped by sea, and we charge $210 per cubic meter. Now, a cubic meter is 1 meter length, width, and height. Length, width, and height. That's 100 centimeters. Now, the item that falls within that box, that cube, is called a cubic meter. And each cubic meter is $210. The shipping time for sea is 30 days from the time the container sets off from China to Uganda. It takes 30 days and your item will be here. Then maybe another 2 weeks in URA clearing taxes, and then you get your item. Then for air, it is 7 days to 14 days. The reason we have delivered sometimes in 3 days, but as a company, we don't want to put ourselves on pressure. Yes, we have delivered earlier before, but the limit is 7 to 14 days for air cargo. I hope I've answered you well. Thank you.
When we're shipping by air, what happens when I'm shipping? Say I want to ship motor chains, like in quantities and stock my workshop in Bugogo there, and I want to ship that by sea.
Okay.
How is the clearance like? And you also have the question of what if I also wanted you to deliver to Kenya?
Okay. Sorry, I forgot the Kenya bit. Yes, shipping by sea, when we buy the items in China, load them in a groupage container. Groupage, I mean there are so many clients in one container. If you have one CBM, we put it in there, and many other clients. But those who have a capacity, if you're buying, for example, an item that fills a whole container, then it is your own container. It's you alone. But most of our clients are a small scale who do groupage containering. So what we do about taxes, when an item arrives in Uganda, it goes to a URA bonded warehouse. And that is where the container is opened under the inspection of URA. It's verified, and then they assess taxes. Now, we have two options. If you have your own clearing agent, we make for you your own house bill, and then we give you that paper, you give it to your clearing agent who will handle your taxes. Some clients, or most of our clients, would prefer we handle taxes on their behalf. We also do that. We clear for them taxes, and then we share with you your tax assessment, and then you refund us and pick your item. So yes, to answer you, we clear taxes as well for C, but if you have your own clearing agent, we also give you the papers and you clear for yourself. We don't hide taxes. It's an open thing that we shall show you how much your item was assessed. Unfortunately, we are unable to tell you how much tax your item will be before the item is assessed by URA. The URA is trying to change where we shall be able to know the taxes. It's something that they are working on right now with URA. You remember the other time when traders were striking, when they met the president tasked URA to put the tax values on their websites so that before someone ships an item, they know how much tax they are going to pay. URA is making tremendous strides. I think they are still inputting. It's an ongoing process, but I think in about 2 months we shall be able to tell you how much tax your item will cost, before an item arrives here so that you plan ahead of time? To answer you, yes, we ship. Then Kenya. Now, we have a growing client base in Kenya, Congo, and South Sudan. Now, when an item arrives in Uganda, to Kenya, we normally send the items by bus. There is Mash Power and other bus companies. So we put your item on bus, and there are other cargo companies that will deliver to you in Kenya. We do not have an office in Kenya. And then for people in Sudan, we also don't have, but we send, when an item is cleared out of URA, we attach the tax payment to the package and then send it by bus or cargo companies. Those up country like in Imbarara, Arua, we do that. We use buses and they get their items as well. Or some can make private arrangements to pick the items from Uganda to their final destination countries. We have not yet expanded out of Kampala, but our plan is to open up a branch in Arua this year. So it's something that is in pipeline. We are working on it to serve the West Nile and the clients in Congo and Sudan. Thank you.
Mark,
Morning.
I work with farmers, and the reason I was raising my hand is to inquire. They usually want to acquire equipment, like, for example, pellet making machines, because we have a lot of agricultural produce that can make good animal products. But the major question they ask me is, what is charged on agricultural equipment or agricultural inputs that can be imported from China? That was my question.
Thank you. Thank you. Just to answer you straight, thank you for your submission. Machinery and agricultural products have a tax exemption. Okay? Machinery and agricultural products have a tax exemption. They do not pay, I think they do not pay import duty. So they just pay only VAT. But the trick is here. If you are going to ship anything agriculture, you have to have your farm registered. Okay? And then when these items reach, make sure you use your own registered agricultural company. Those get exemptions, but you have to, I think, apply for a letter from the agriculture officer in that area where your company is, and then that letter is attached to URA for a tax exemption on your items. Trust me, agricultural products, you will pay a laughable tax. But I don't know why people do not take these opportunities, because government is trying to encourage machinery, especially agriculture related, and the taxes are very, very insignificant. So I'm not sure of the exact figure, but I know they have exemptions. Now, if you ship an agricultural item and you do not give me your company that is registered, then taxes will apply. Okay? But if you want the tax exemptions, get that letter from the agriculture officer in your area or district. Go to URA Commission, Customs Commissioner, and make an application for tax exemption. You will get the tax exemption. I have shipped before machinery, also tractors, and they do not pay tax. They are exempted. So yes, get the right documentation. Make sure you have a TIN number that is related to agriculture, and then you'll get the exemptions. So the tax is insignificant. They do not pay import duty. Thank you.
It's difficult for me to use Alibaba because the prices are not exact and you're not sure of the item. But on AliExpress, prices are exact and the products are good because I've used it so many times because I'm in an iPhone repair business. So I ship most of my tools from AliExpress, but there are certain tools that you check and the shipping costs are high. So I wanted to ask if I can source an item on AliExpress and send you a link.
Okay. Okay. I've got your question. Thank you, Ronald, for your submission. Now, just like I earlier mentioned, most suppliers on AliExpress want to ship to you directly. But if you go to the chat option, chat with the supplier, you ask the supplier, do you allow to ship within China? When you're chatting with the supplier, ask them, do you allow to ship within China? If they say, yes, we do, then send me the link of that item. I will contact the supplier, give them our shipping address in China, receive your package, and tell you the shipping fees. We shall ship it up to you in Kampala. But you have to first ask the supplier if they allow to ship within China. If they say we don't, we only send overseas, then we cannot handle. But if you send us the link, we can really find that very item on another website in China.
Yeah, Mark and Grace, I'm greeting you. So I wanted to know, does this apply for people who are also not in Uganda?
Repeat that.
Do you assist people who are not from Uganda or in Uganda? Because I'm from Kenya and I want to start my business shipping from China to Kenya. Do you also work in that aspect?
Okay. Just to answer you, thank you for your submission. I had earlier mentioned that, probably you just joined in later, but yes, we do handle clients in Kenya. Unfortunately, we do not clear taxes in Kenya. So we shall ship that item from China to Uganda and clear taxes in Uganda, then get your package and put it on a bus, a shipping company, and then we use your address and your item will be delivered to you through a bus service from Uganda to Kenya.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mark.
It's my first time to attend this. It's very informative, and I appreciate the organizers for taking their time off and organize such an event. My question is, to start with, will this session be recorded and shared? Hello? Will the session be recorded and shared?
So Mark is going to answer your question, Simon.
Okay, that's one. Then two, because I missed out on the first, the session, how it started. I just missed out everything. I came in late. I was engaged somewhere. Though I had recommended so many people to join, I've been trying to look for them. I don't know what emails they're using, if they are on or not. But I just wanted to thank you for the organization and ask if the session will be recorded for me to get the information that I could have.
We have a cameraman at the back. He's called Tony Peaks Photography. He's doing an awesome job. It is being recorded on video. So in about 3 days' time, we shall have it posted on our YouTube channel, on our TikTok channel, and we shall share the link for those of you who will be in our WhatsApp group. I just shared the link to join our WhatsApp group in the chat, if you can see that. And then for more inquiry, yes.
So I just wanted to take on that.
Okay. Thank you. With plastic items, it depends on what exact plastic item are you talking about. The last time, towards the end of last year, in our WhatsApp business group, we decided to import chairs, plastic chairs. Those chairs were very, very awesome. They are unique, and to those who bought them, they can testify. We try to look out for unique items. Now, it hit us that plastic chairs are charged depending on the type of chair it is. So for those plastic chairs we bought, we were charged $11 in tax per chair. $11 is about 40,000 on taxes alone. Then when you include shipping and then the other taxes and the other fees, then the rate was a little bit high. But they explained that plastic is the same as furniture. The taxes are high simply to protect domestic manufacturers like Mukwano, Nice House of Plastics. Is it Lutu? Lutu, those people who do packaging bottles and stuff. So yes, we can ship, but we need to know what kind of plastic are you talking about. Are they chairs? If they are like cups and plates, it's better to buy them from here. But if they're chairs and they're unique, you'll get the chairs, but be ready to pay some tax, okay, on it. So for plastic chairs, it's about $11. Thank you.
Awesome, Mark. I want to get some new hands.
I just want to appreciate you. You have done a great job for us.
Thank you.
Really, we appreciate your work, your services. You're being so faithful to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
I really appreciate, and I appreciate Greg to organize this. Really, I just want to appreciate you, Mark. Thank you so much, and may God bless you for your trustworthy.
You're welcome.
Being so open to us. Really, you are doing a great job, and I just say thank God to bless your job, to increase you. Really, what you are doing for us, it's not like everyone can do it, but I just want to appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Grace, I don't know why you made this session a free one because normally the last session we had was 100,000 entry ticket. So if you attach a cost to it, then people take it more serious.
I agree. I think part of what we do with Arise, like I mentioned, is just to empower women entrepreneurs. As the area of trade has mostly been dominated by men, so we want to empower these women to think beyond the area in Nigeria and shipping products from Nakawa. You know, even myself, I mean, I've never thought of shipping from China. So if this is really the start, maybe in future we shall, ask for a small fee. But right now, our goal is to empower these women entrepreneurs. Now that they know the opportunities, the next time we ask them to pay, they will definitely pay.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you once again, Mark. I don't want to leave any question unanswered. So if you have a question, Prudence Choyenda, I hope you're able to speak and maybe ask a question. But that's why you find that I'm giving priority to women on this call to ask questions. Yeah. But I mean, we also welcome the gentlemen because we don't work in a vacuum. We need each other. So yeah. Juliana Mastula, but I also want some new hands. Juliana, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Grace. Mark, for the second time.
Good morning.
I thank you and really appreciate the whole training that you've done today concerning China business. My question is,
yes,
when you were answering Catherine about the gowns,
yes,
You did mention that if we sent you to the market, to this district to do shopping for us, there is a fee. Now, what is that fee? I would really want to know that fee. If I'm going to send you, for example, to shop for me bags and shoes, what is that fee? And also, what is the cost of going with you, especially if something needs to be checked quality-wise by the real buyer, like me, the person who is going to resell it? What are those two charges? The search fee when you are alone, and also the cost if I'm to go with you, please. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you, Juliana. You bring out very important points that people need to also understand and appreciate. Now, whenever I travel to China, in our WhatsApp groups, when I am going, for example, to the kitchen market, I will post and say, tomorrow we are doing the kitchen and hotel market. Now, if you are ready and prepared, you do not have to pay me any fee that day as long as you are ordering anything within that market where I will be that particular day. Where we charge is if you specifically tell me, Mark, I want you to go to the wedding gowns and get for me these gowns. Now there we normally charge $100. That's about 370K. For that day we dedicate it to you. Like you have about 5 hours of our time in China specifically dedicated to you. We just focus on you and you alone. As long as you've paid $100. Basically, the reason we put this fee is to eliminate people who are not serious. You know, you take a train for 2 hours to go to a market and someone reaches there and say, sorry, I had a change in plan. And once you've traveled, you've spent the day. You cannot say, okay, let me now change route to another market. So that's why we ask clients to pay, so that we know they are serious. Okay, so once you pay the $100, we dedicate 5 hours of our time to you. So that is the fee. Then if you follow through and you are patient, because when we go to China, I normally go for a month, we try to cover as many markets as possible. If you are patient enough, there will be that day when I'm in the market that you have always wanted. You will get that service for free. However, if you want that like priority attention, then you will have to pay the fee for that. Because in our groups, they are so engaging. Guys, we are over 2,000 people. So just imagine Mark is receiving inquiries from 2,000 people. So to get that attention, we normally charge $100. Then, to answer the next question is about the travel. Now, we have successfully taken a group of people. The last Canton Fair, the first Canton Fair, we took 11, and then the second one we took 14 clients. Now, there is the Canton Fair. It's the largest trade show in China. It's called the Canton Fair, and it happens twice in a year. So when that Canton Fair is going to happen, we normally advertise on our groups. If you are interested in going with us, then you will need, first of all, a visa. Now, a visa, we process it for 1.2 million shillings. Those who want to do the math, write this. Visa, 1.2 million shillings. You give us your passport with only 700,000. 700,000, your passport and a passport photo. That's all. And then after 1 week, we get your passport back with the China visa. You pay the balance of 500,000. There is no failure to get this visa unless you're a criminal. If you're a criminal, then probably they'll check in their networks and they say, no, this one cannot go. And we shall refund your money honorably. Okay? That is visa. Then the next thing is air ticket. Now, air tickets, right now, Uganda Airlines hasn't started flights. They have been promising us for the past 2 years. And up to now, we don't have a direct flight from Uganda to China. Tebakulimba teriyo. So, we use Qatar Airways. Qatar, you fly from Entebbe to Doha, then Doha to Guangzhou. If you use Ethiopia, you use Entebbe to Addis Ababa, then Addis Ababa to Guangzhou. If you use KQ, that is Kenya Airways, you go to Nairobi, then Nairobi to Guangzhou. I think those are the most common flights. There is another cheap one. It's Egypt Air. Egypt Air is, I think, once a week. You go from here to Cairo, but the transit is so long. It's 12 hours. But in those 12 hours, they give you a hotel near the airport. You go be there for 12 hours. Actually, for those people who want to travel, I've used Egypt Air. You go in those 12 hours, you can use that chance to visit the pyramids of Egypt. It's a top one of the world. Naye binyuma nga mutambudde nga couple. Because man, 12 hours of just being there in a 4-star hotel. It would be nice nga muli couple, yeah? You know what I mean? It's a lot of time. So that's why we normally avoid it. But their tickets are cheap. And it's a good flight. It's an okay flight. But now for me, my experience, my recommendation is Qatar Airways, where I am, right now I think I'm going to be a platinum member of Qatar. Right now I'm on silver, but my next flight will be platinum. So this is Entebbe to Doha. Then Doha, you have a transit of 3 hours. No better come duty-free shops. You buy perfume, you buy whiskey for those who like chocolates, those sweets and stuff. Then in those 3 hours, from 3 hours, you get another flight from Doha to Guangzhou. That's a 9-hour flight. Okay, so here to Doha is 5 hours. Then you wait for 3 hours transit. Then 9 hours to Guangzhou. That is Qatar Airways. Now, the air ticket fees depends on the dates you select. There is peak time and low season. Feb is going to be peak time because it's after the Chinese New Year and everyone is going to be rushing back to China. If you want to travel in Feb, buy your ticket now. The ticket, I last checked, it was $1,200. That is a return ticket going and coming back. $1,200. Simple math. That's about 4.5 million. So I said visa is 1.2. That's visa ticket 4.5. Okay. And then when you reach China, okay, we don't charge for airport pickup if you're going to use our services. Now, if you want a tour, a guide, like someone to be with you 24/7, that is $100 per day. If you say, Mark, get me someone to move me around because I don't know the places, I don't know what, it's $100 per day. So for the rest of the costs, they are variables. Hotel, you can get a cheap hotel as low as $30 to $200. Wali abasulamu 5-star. I've moved with some clients who say it's either 5-star or no hotel. So you determine the cost, but abasubuzi, you can get a hotel as low as ebibiri times 530. You can get a hotel as low as 120,000 Uganda shillings. Yes, but that's just sleeping, no breakfast. Then food and welfare is really cheap. Yeah. Meresia bay omuchere n'enkoko gyebiri. We have Ugandan restaurants. Don't get scared that what will I eat. We can also, those who like exploring, I'm a food tourist. I like eating things out of this world. I've eaten snakes and frogs. Yes, that is food tourism. Hey, it's a hobby. I just like doing that. Yeah, so that's available as well. So you decide. Don't fail to travel saying I won't find food. There are Ugandan restaurants. We have Ugandan people who are staying there and their job is to cook Ugandan food. So temubona rice and chicken jebiri nebidala. You will get any food. Yes. So I think I've answered. So as a hotel, you decide. But simple math, nze ndowooza nti omuntu agenda okumala 7 days. 7 days in China, you need at least 10 million. That is visa, ticket, hotel, and being around. Just on a low. That's 10 million. That is covered. Then, the others, sente z'okusuubula, the money you're going to use to buy stuff, that is extra on top of the 10. So I think you have an idea now. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for being ambassadors.
You're welcome.
Okay, Kati, I'm going to pick on some random people that have been very quiet. Penny the Blessed. Penny the Blessed, are you there? Rita Tumuhaise.
Yes, Rita Tumuhaise is here.
Yes, Rita.
Basically, I would like to thank Mark. Actually, some of us who are in his group, we don't have so many questions because he's usually there with us. He guides us with everything. We've learned a lot from him. We've learned a lot from people in the group. We've gotten clients from his group. So basically, thank you, Mark, for giving us. And Grace, this is a free service. Usually, Mark puts up events that are paid for.
Yes.
So for us, we are just enjoying today free knowledge. Thank you, Mark, and thank you, Grace.
You're welcome. Thank you, Ambassador.
Okay, so there are 2 WhatsApp groups. There's Mark's group on the call. I just want to confirm that the link is there. If not, Mark, please share it again so that people who want to join the group can join. Alternatively, Mark can give us his number once again.
Yes, the number is 0701 458 000. I have just shared the link to join our business group again. Then Grace, there is a time you mentioned that business is dominated by men. Now, that narrative is actually wrong. I can tell you this, I can confirm, I can prove you wrong. Ladies, women, out of my, I think the past 5 years records, 74% of all orders we get are ladies. 74%. So ladies are really up there making business deals, going, and they are the best entrepreneurs. So men, yes, they are there, but they are taking a lot. You know, men, we are so risk averse. But ladies, they are really doing big in business, and I can guarantee, ladies, thank you so much. You guys are doing well, and the sky is the limit. So, Grace, you need to change that narrative. Ladies are the biggest people in business. If you want to do any business, target ladies and children. You won't go wrong. You'll be surprised. Abasajja tetugula.
Right. Thanks for correcting me, Mark.
Yeah.
The gentlemen, we love you so much, but the ladies have taken this one. So Mark, we want to hear some success stories. You know, most times when you're venturing into something new, you're like, okay, I want to start this thing, but I'm not so sure. So I'm sure that in your line of business, you've seen some people who have, you know, catapulted because of maybe the association with you or doing business with from China. So are there some success stories of Uganda that have made it from this line of business? I know they are there, we hear about them, but you could, you know.
Oh yes. Thank you, Grace. You put me in a very compromising position if you want me to blow my own trumpet. But to put the record straight, yes, we have quite a number of success stories for business people who have sprung their business from zero to hero. So many of them. Because I always tell people that there is no business that doesn't make money. If it doesn't make money, why is it in existence? Why is someone doing it? So all businesses make money. For the success stories, at least all the people we traveled with in the canton got business ideas. Now the beauty of the Canton Fair, I have traveled with a lady who does food, just fumba mmere embarara, and she traveled. She wanted to buy like these chafing dishes, things for her restaurant and stuff. We went to the Canton Fair, and in the Canton Fair you see different manufacturers. They are only manufacturers, no middlemen, no suppliers, no agents. You are talking to the manufacturer in the Canton Fair. This lady went in the Canton Fair, and all of a sudden, agenda okugula chafing dishes, yavayo ne cosmetics. And she just changed her business. Just like that in the Canton Fair. If you go to China with an open mind, there are so many business ideas that you're going to pick from China simply because you are there. You will see the manufacturer, you look at a product, think about it, do research about it, and before you know it, you are in business. So China has so many success stories, so many business ideas. The best time to go for schooling in China is target the Canton Fair. And the next one is in April. So if you want to go, I think just after, next Feb, that's when we start running the series for those who want to go to the Canton Fair. So yes, we have success stories. We have people who deal in phone accessories. I'll give you this success story and blow a trumpet on this one. There is a guy called Javet Phone Accessories. Look out for him on TikTok. He's my good friend Arafat. He used to ship phone accessories from Dubai. I sat him one day, Nemugamba, you're spending a lot of money, and he's doing well. We traveled together to China. I took him to the phone accessories market. It's a building with about 11 floors. I told him, Arafat, I have brought you here. You're a smart guy. Blow it. He went day in, day out to the same market for 2 weeks. Every day he would wake up from the hotel, go to that market. That market. He didn't go anywhere else. In that one building, one location, he just sprung his business. He blew it out of proportion. Right now, if there is anyone doing well in phone accessories market, look out for Java Gadgets, something like that. It's a hard name, but he's doing really well. Those who knew him before, he was buying things from Dubai. Of course, Dubai ojagula, but it will be expensive. When you buy from China, you do well. So he's doing well, and he's right there. Chisacha Maria Mall. That is one of them. Then people in agriculture. We have shipped before someone doing agriculture. There is someone who imported machinery. This machine, it turns into chicken poo to powdered manure. Those farmers, if you know, it's in Mitiana. It's a huge machine. We just brought the whole assembly plant in one container. This guy right now, he's just gotten a grant from some government over 1 billion shillings simply because of that machine. I traveled with him to the Canton Fair. He looked at this machine, thought about it. He was just doing chicken. Nayenga kalimbwe wenkoko taina kyamukozesa. He went to the Canton Fair, n'alaba machine. It just dries that poo and processes it in days. There is a process, and then converts it into powdered manure. Then he packs it. That whole assembly line has even packing. Right now, he's one of the biggest manure suppliers in Uganda. Wali Mitianao. We have people in construction business. There are people who buy graders, and all they do is hire them out on road projects. You see, most of these guys who construct roads, they don't own these graders. They hire them, and a grader per day is over 1 million shillings. He's a friend. Client confidentiality again. I won't mention names. But those on the group, you've seen me. He has bought so far 3 graders. We bought the first one, the second one, and even as I speak now, those who follow, last week I was in Mombasa. We were clearing his grader. And this week, it's expected, next week, it's expected in Kampala. But this is someone I traveled with to the Canton Fair. He looked at it. He has the money because it's heavy. It's over 100 million. Naye zivayo. Some of you have this money seated on your account, sleeping in Turo. Yeah. So he just opened up his mind, and before you knew it, he had 3 graders, and he's doing well. So those are some of the few success stories I can mention right now. Josh, we sign a confidentiality clause, so we cannot tell you who the exact clients are. But those who know. Thank you, guys.
And Josh, good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kathy.
Morning.
I take part of Mark's services. I'm in his group, and I've always disturbed him. And I've always, supported both things, and really he has given me very good services. Then my question is, and Josh, you mentioned about the visa fee.
Yes.
So for how long does the visa run?
Okay.
You did not mention how long that visa runs. Is it for 1 month, 2 months, something of that sort? Thank you so much.
Okay, just to thank you for the compliment. Thank you for being a good ambassador. Guys, my ambassadors, I'm so proud of you. You guys have made us so proud. Now, to answer about the visa, how long? The 1.2 million visa is a 1-month visa. That's 30 days. If you want to be in China or have a visa for a long time, like 6 months or 1 year, you will have the visa, but the policy between China and Uganda is you can only spend 30 days, exit China, and then enter again. Now, there is an option that you can stay there. You just exit to neighboring countries, that is Macau or Hong Kong, and then go back to China. But yes, business visas, 30 days, that's it, 1.2 million.
Yes, my question is about the fair.
Yes.
So, if for any reason I am interested, where the fair is everything in one place, or I will have to move in different places?
Thank you for that question. The Canton Fair is in one location. It's a huge place that you cannot walk in one day. It's a very huge place. So when you're coming to the Canton Fair, they have different sections. If you want children's clothes, it's on this floor. If you want machinery, but it's in the same area. It's one huge area. Just like you see the Lugogo Uma Trade Show, but in a bigger space like the whole of Nakawa, Wonanga, it's a trade show area. So it's one place. Thank you.
Suggestion is,
yes,
since Canton is annual, could the graphic designer of Enjosh Enjosh company create a simple banner that can be displayed at least beginning of the year to give a highlight of what's coming in April, and after the April Canton Fair it appears again in June, so that there is an awareness created before time, because as you know, many people use social media when they are away from work. During the day, they are away from social media.
Okay.
So that awareness is required from Enjosh, and that simple banner should bear the list of costs you've mentioned to ease on whoever is interested. They just contact the number of the company and register in.
Okay. Thank you so much. We normally do a banner, only that we do it like 2 months. But yes, for planning purposes, you're right. We are going to work on it. Thank you so much.
I'm going to talk with this specifically about laptops.
Yes.
I wanted to get a laptop from China. That is, I wanted a second hand.
Yes.
Probably either a MacBook or an HP.
Yes.
But I just didn't know the way how to get it on Alibaba.
Okay.
That was my challenge.
Okay, thank you. Second-hand laptops are not on Alibaba. What we do, if you want a laptop, just send me the specifications of the laptop you want via my WhatsApp line 0701 458 000. I will share with you the cost and probably the photo of the laptop, and then you'll be able to buy it. Please, we shall resume business 15th Feb. Right now, China is sleeping. It's on holiday until 15th Feb. They are celebrating their new year. Okay? Thank you, guys.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, Mark.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Stephen Kaguru. Retired banker like you. Now, Mark, I have this young man. He's going to school on Monday.
Yes.
He has been studying Chinese since senior 1. He's now in S6.
Oh, good.
That is his favorite.
Good.
And he's studying history, entrepreneurship, and Chinese. Now, I wanted to ask you,
Yes.
is there a possibility of sourcing out bachelor's scholarships in China next year? Is there somewhere you can do it? This man is so much into Chinese, I don't know where to take him other than taking him to China. And since he's also studying entrepreneurship, then he can go to China, study there, and do business in China. Please guide me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. One of the services we do, we help students who want to get scholarships in China. However, banaye mbeera busy nnyo bintwala. That's the reason I never pay like promotional, those things of Simanya Pay, then they boost the page. The inquiries be so many coming to one phone, and then I lose focus. So I do it. That guy, please, I would want to first of all meet that student and we just have a chat in Chinese. Guys, I speak Chinese. It would be nice to speak with that person in Chinese, but yes, I will be able to get him a scholarship in China. China scholarships have 2 intakes per year. That's March and November. Now, he's already late for March, but if you prepare him, we can get him a scholarship for the November 2025 intake. Universities are there. Of course, we pass through agents. There is a fee to pay, much as it's a scholarship, but you save a lot of money, and then we shall guide him. We can keep him closer to Guangzhou so that every time I travel, I can take him his favorite matoke or something that he wants, but also keep an eye on him. I have taken not so many students because of my busy schedule, but yes, it's a service we provide. Thank you.
Stephen, I hope your question has been answered. Mr. Kagulu, Stephen. Maxwell Akandanoho, you have a comment? I see you have a comment. You can unmute and share more.
No, I was just typing. I was just saying about the bachelor's degree in Chinese because he asked he's confused on where to take the child. At Makerere, there is a whole bachelor's in Chinese. Just that in case of an option, a Ugandan option.
Yes. There is a Confucius Institute, Makerere. Actually, one of the lecturers, Mukama Chris, was with me in China. So it's also an option. It's a cheaper option. But hey, if you can afford, why not study that Chinese in China and not Makerere? Because guys, I've spoke to guys who have studied the bachelor's here, but you know, Chinese it has 4 tones, and the accent, the way they pronounce words is a little different. The good thing about Makeo, they will learn how to write the characters, but spoken, it's a lot better when you speak with Chinese. It's a lot better. You learn the accent, you learn the intonations, the way they engeri gy'ozingamu olulimi okugyayo ekigambo. That you can only learn in China. Here you learn the basics. But yes, it's a good option as well. Thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity. I missed the beginning, but I also wanted to ask if I want to like start shipping for people, like start a small business, maybe like on Shein, those apps. You also help with that one, or it's only like Alibaba alone?
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you so much. For any application that is in China or buying stuff from China, we handle that. There are so many applications, only that Alibaba is more user-friendly. The other apps are in Chinese language. There is Taobao, there is Pinduoduo, there is Xianyu, there is Shen, all those, AliExpress. There are so many apps, but as long as it's coming from China to Uganda, I'm just a call away. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, Nastula, that has your question been answered?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, Catherine, let's be brief because people are dropping off the call.
Yes, let me be brief. My question is, I have, sorry, you have mentioned about Shein. Now, if I am buying from Shein, how do I connect with a person that is selling me something from the app? Because I tried, but I ended up getting my things more expensive. I did it myself on my address. So how do I connect you to the person that is selling to me from the Shein app?
Thank you. On the Shein app, there is an option where you say contact supplier. All you should focus on is to get the supplier contact. When you get their number, I'll be able to engage the supplier in Chinese, and then he will make the payment. I will make the payments to him in Chinese from my Chinese bank account. He sends the items to my address, and I'll ship them for you here cheaply. Thank you.
I hope your question has been answered.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. And thank you, Catherine, for being a very active participant. It's been nice having you on the call. So I see some more people. Kagulu Steven, I don't know if you have another question.
I don't have any other question, but I know where to get Mark anyway.
Okay, all right. Let's just give Mark a round of applause. We can. It looks like we are done. Thank you so much, Mark. I cannot thank you enough. Personally, I have learned a lot. Awesome. Thank you for the feedback. Mark has shared the link to his WhatsApp group. Please ensure to join for further information. If you are ready and you want to join our business group, you can join the WhatsApp group of Arise as well. We have such sessions every Saturday. Thank you once again, Mark, for taking us to China in brief.
You're welcome. You're welcome.